Sam, have you done your chores yet?
No,
Why not?
because you love me unconditionally.
Today we're continuing to build the parent-child relationship pyramid based on Josh McDowell's book, How to Be Heroes to Your Kids. As the skit reminded us, the base level of the pyramid is unconditional love. We taught that as parents we're to love our children unconditionally, not for what they do, but for who they are. As we have shared this idea with thousands of parents, sometimes parents come up to us after the seminar or even raise their hand during the seminar and object that if we do this, then our kids will never do anything. The pyramid actually, and we'll talk about it today, has points 5 and 6 are responsibility, level 5, and level 6, authority. A lot of times parents want to turn this pyramid upside down and say, I have authority and the kids must be doing this and then I'll love them. They might not think this consciously, but that's kind of practically what they do. We think the pyramid should have the wider base of being unconditional love, the other things, affection, appreciation, and if we build upon this, then we can show them how to be responsible, how they can be accountable. We must teach them responsibility. We must, in a way, even earn the respect to be their authorities.
Mm-hmm. I think we do need to teach our children to meet the needs of other people, to work hard, and to be responsible. And there are many ways how we can do that. We also need to teach them to do routine tasks without complaining. And actually, helping the kids learn to do chores is the best way. There are many things around the house that kids of various ages can do. Several years ago, Monty and we sat down and made a long list of things that needed to be done.
Long list.
I think there were 33 things that needed to be done around the house regularly. So, and that included personal tasks like making your bed and cleaning your room, and also family chores like sweeping the floor of the kitchen daily and wiping the stove top daily, walking the dog, washing dishes, washing clothes, many more.
And many of these things, most all these things we're doing, or Albino's doing most of them, I was doing a few of them, and the kids were having fun playing.
Then we evaluated the chores and thought, what age should a person be to make the job adequately, not perfectly? We didn't ask our 5-year-olds to do dishes, but we did start the kids washing dishes at about age 8. And 5-year-olds also could help, dusting the living room or picking up the toys. And then we assigned the chores. And basically every child in our family, and also the adults, we have 3 to 5 things that we do regularly.
Mom still does the most. After we created the list, did the kids do everything perfectly just as they were told and assigned? Of course not. They forgot sometimes, and sometimes they probably just willfully chose not to do it. Well, we noticed that if we don't notice how they're doing, the kids will just, over time, stop doing their chores as much or as well. So we've noticed that if we actually, we notice, when you think about that, you probably think negatively at first. But the best thing is if we notice and say, wow, the stovetop's really clean. It was a mess before. Arthur, thank you for cleaning off the stovetop so much. And that gives him, that's expressing appreciation that we talked about earlier in the pyramid. And it gives him a desire to say, wow, yeah, this is appreciated. This mom and dad like this, and I want to be a part of this. And honestly, when other kids would hear that, they say, oh, I dumped the trash, or I want to do something too. So appreciation helps a lot. It doesn't do the trick all the time. So we'd also notice at different times the things that they didn't do. And would there be some type of discipline for that? To help us in the process, what we've created eventually, we didn't do this at first, but eventually, we actually have on the refrigerator a chore chart. It lists the different chores, the different kids, and has marked what they need to be doing during the week. And then the kids mark off once they do that. This helps us, and then we look at it at the end of the week and kind of talk with them about that. And sometimes we give them an allowance for doing things. Sometimes we talk about what they should have done but they didn't do, and we discuss this thing. Again, the accountability, the discussing, the interacting helps them to learn responsibility. And as Albina mentioned earlier, just learn to do routine tasks that need to be done all throughout life.
So if you don't have your children do chores, you should start now. It will help them to be responsible. It will help them in the relationship here at home, also at school and at work later. Thanks for joining us.